Why are you always eating cupcakes?
Breakfast.
Breakfast. So I just finished cutting, and I have a surprise. A package that I got sent here to the shop. We're gonna open it. Actually, I'm gonna tell Steph to open it, so it's a little bit more fun. So hold that. Wait. Can you wait? You see here? She's just.
Can I do it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I cut through the thing? Do you need this?
What? No.
If you don't.
Do you help?
No, I don't need help.
She has problem opening boxes, so you can tell. Oh wow! Look at that. Send us some
Bubble wrap.
Ooh! What is this? Let me see.
Caliber.
Whoa, nice. Okay, this is
Yeah.
nice. I never used these machines before, so pretty excited about them. What is this? Oh, another one. Oh, that's pretty
The
awesome.
357 Magnum.
357 Magnum. Ooh, I like the names. 50 cal, like a gun. They're all
Oh,
guns.
Magnum like the condom.
God. Wow, this is amazing. So, Cadler, thank you so much for the machines. That we're gonna use them. I'm gonna be honest, we never used them before, but thank you so much. We're gonna use them and hopefully do a review for everybody that wants to know about these clippers. They look pretty cool. Look at that. I love the box right now, to be honest with you. So, gonna give them a try. Thank you. What's going on, guys? David Falla here. Welcome to another video. Welcome to another tutorial. Today's tutorial is pretty cool. It's pretty cool because I have no idea how to explain what we're going to do. It just bear with me. So the top, we're gonna cut the top first, and the client's gonna slick back the top, and then on one side we're gonna create kind of like a mid to low fade, and it's gonna have some weight so the hair can actually slick back. But on this side we actually going to create like a two-tone fade. What that means is that it's gonna be a dark part of the fade, and it's gonna have a light part of the fade, but those two are not gonna connect, and we're gonna create a kind of like a small design, like a small part that's gonna divide the two tones. It's super cool. I think it looks really cool, and I'm being excited to be trying to start doing different type of haircuts. A lot of my clients that you guys see on YouTube, they're usually the same type of client, the same type of haircuts, so I'm always pumped when I get to do something different. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to wet the top, make sure it's fully wet, and then we're going to create a profile parting. That means that we're going to divide the hair into three parts, and kind of it's going to be like the center part is going to be like a mohawk, and that's what we're going to cut. Remember, with this type of hair, which is thick straight hair, if you want it to lay down, you're most likely going to have to keep it longer. If you cut it too short, it is going to spike up. So in this case, the client wants to slick it back, so we're gonna not cut too much because it wasn't too long in my opinion. The front, obviously we want to leave the front a little bit longer just because we want to have more weight in there. So it's gonna be kind of like a more triangle kind of shape to it, going from shorter to longer. From back to the front, it's gonna be from short to long. And yeah, so now what we're doing, we're taking vertical sections and we're kind of connecting those to the previous section, which is going to give us a square shape from a horizontal shape, but then from front to back it's going to be a triangle shape. I know I'm complicating it a little bit, but those are a little more advanced will understand. Those that are not that advanced, what you can get out of this is that the front is going to be longer than the back, and from the side, from ear to ear, is going to be a little bit longer than the middle. That's kind of what we're trying to create. So So now that I'm done with cutting the top, now I'm gonna blow dry the hair just so it's dry. Doesn't mean I'm gonna style the hair. There's two different ways look at this. When you use a blow dry, you can dry the hair obviously, and then you can style and polish the hair. Two different things. A lot of people always message me telling me, oh, you know, you're working harder for, you know, because I cut the top first and then I blow dry and then I fade from there. In reality, I'm not working harder at all, because think about it like this. If I tell you give me a fade, a 3 on top and 0 on the sides, you are not gonna do the fade and then you're gonna pass the 3 on top. I'm sure some people do it, don't get me wrong, but most people are not. Most people are gonna pass the 3 first and then they're gonna fade from there. It's the same thing. I'm going to cut the top first, I'm gonna set up my shape, and then I'm gonna fade from there, because it just makes it easier for me. Doesn't mean you have to do it this way, it just, for me, is way easier to do it this way. So for me right now, it's gonna take me like a minute to 2 minutes to blow dry the hair in the kind of the shape that I want. Doesn't mean it's fully dry, like the inside of the hair is probably still wet, because I'm not necessarily going in like that, like to polish it, right? This is something I do at the end, but when me styling the hair, I know exactly how it's going to look when I'm done, and this helps me a lot to make sure the shape is right, the line on top is right. It lets the client see how it looks, you know, all that stuff. To me, it's important. It's the way I do it. How I say it doesn't mean you gotta do it. So now we're gonna create our guide. What we're going to do is we're gonna use the 5 zeros of the Supra to remove that bulk. I don't like using my trimmers for this. I always use the Supra, or use the machine with a lever close, any machine with a lever close, just because that's the way I like to do it. Now I'm gonna use the shaver, and I'm using the new braun, I think it's braun or brown or whatever the name of it is, but the Series 9, super cool shaver. Honestly, best I ever used. And super happy I got it on Black Friday for a very good deal, so very happy about that. So once you're done with that, just don't forget to you gotta leave a little space between the shaver and the 5 zeros, because if not, if you leave a line, you're gonna have space to remove it. So just make sure that you leave that little space between. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to create that line, that little design that I told you that is going to separate the two tones of the fade. And then what I'm using my trimmer to create this. This is the Babyliss FX, which is super sharp, so it's like perfect for this type of work. And for people that do designs, I think this and the TL liner, I think they're awesome for designs. I have not used the wall detailers yet. Like, I know a lot of people have been messaging me about the cordless detailers. I have not used them yet, so hopefully at some point I get to use them. Now I'll definitely do a review about this. In the last video I talked about doing a review about this trimmer, and it's coming soon. So just make sure that you don't make the line too thick with the trimmer. You can always make it thicker with your blade. So just make it that you can see it, and then you can always go from there. So here you can see I'm creating another guide. I'm not gonna have a lot of space from that line to my 0, and that's the whole point of it, right? We're going to kind of fade to that line, and it's gonna be all light, and then from the line up it's gonna be dark. So that's what a two-tone fade is. So here I'm just fading the guide that I made. It was probably like a finger width from the 5 zeros, and here I'm using my half, which is blue, and then the same thing, just kind of getting all the way to the line, and that's it. That's all we're going to do for this side. So I think it looks super cool just because of those two tones, and the line kind of makes it, I don't know, it just I like this hairstyle. I think it looks super cool. Now that we're done with the fade, all I'm going to do is use my scissors to kind of clean up the side a little bit. We don't want to light it up. We want to keep it as dark as possible, but we gotta make sure that shape, the side is connected with the top. That's the most important thing. So the top is connected to the dark part of the fade, and then the line, and then the light part. So here I'm just creating texture. So I'm using a deep point cutting technique to create texture where I feel like it needs to be texture. I don't texture the whole top. That's one thing that you guys always ask me. I don't texture the whole top. I texture, how you can see, I touch the hair, I see where it needs to be texture, and that's exactly what I do. I use different techniques for different parts, for different results and different effects. It's important that you guys remember that that there's a lot of techniques to achieve different things. So it's important that you try to learn a lot of them and know which one works best for you. So here, for example, I use a different technique for the front, just to feather that a little bit, so it creates a little bit more of like lifting. So it lifts the hair on the front, so it makes it easy. It's gonna be make it a lot easier for him to style in the morning, which is great. And then how you can see, I'm here looking and seeing, feeling what I think it needs to be texture. Same thing on the back, you just texturing a little bit. There's different techniques, guys. That's all it is. Here I'm applying a hot towel. In my shop, we always apply a hot towel. It's just part of the service, something that we add to the service. It doesn't take us long, and the clients love it, and it just feels good and relaxes the skin, and it makes it a lot easier to shave. And how I said, people love it, clients love it, and that's exactly what matters. So here I'm going against the grain. I went with the grain first, and now I'm going against the grain. You can see I did a little bit thicker because it just looks nicer, but I didn't do it thicker with the trimmer. I did it thicker right now with the razor. So that's a little tip. I'm not the best at doing designs. It's not what I do at the area where I'm at. People don't really necessarily get designs, but you know, I know how to do a couple of things. And here on the top, I'm just applying a little bit of product. After I blow dry the hair, I know I blow dry the hair a little bit more, and then I just apply product. And I think it's just, it looks really cool. I think it's just such a cool hairstyle with the line on the sides. And that's the haircut, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you learned something from it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe because it helps the channel grow. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.